Revival and Reformation, It Would Be Well, by Sean Brizendine. Sean Brizendine, MDiv, pastors a three-church district in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan, United States, USA. Since 2016, I have been overwhelmingly enamored by the life of Jesus. I started to read a chapter a day from the Desire of Ages in my devotional life. It has been a source of tremendous strength to my life and ministry, and for good reason. In the midst of the change that has engulfed our world in the last few years, the one constant is, quote, Jesus Christ is the same yesterday, today, and forever, end quote. I can testify that by beholding his life, I have become changed. Quote, it would be well for us to spend a thoughtful hour each day in contemplation of the life of Christ. We should take it point by point and let the imagination grasp each scene, especially the closing ones. As we thus dwell upon his great sacrifice for us, our confidence in him will be more constant, our love will be quickened, and we shall be more deeply imbued with his Spirit. If we would be saved at last, we must learn the lesson of penitence and humiliation at the foot of the cross. End quote. Point them to Christ. As I interact with people in life and ministry, I continually desire to point them to Christ and the blessing that comes from beholding him. I know that by nature the heart is evil, but Jesus promises to cleanse it when it is fully yielded to him, and that new heart results in a change of life amid growth in grace. Quote, when we live by faith on the Son of God, the fruits of the Spirit will be seen in our lives. Not one will be missing. End quote. Such an experience is a gift God gives us so that we can have his abiding presence in all circumstances and be prepared to minister to others out of the overflow of beholding Christ. I concur with the Office of Archives, Statistics, and Research that, quote, Ellen G. White's writings uplift the narrative of Scripture. These writings are an important, inspiring resource that should be utilized by Adventists as a means of growing closer to Jesus, end quote. It is no wonder that, quote, a strong majority of Adventists around the globe affirm her prophetic role and consider her writings as a result of the spiritual gift of prophecy, end quote. I have been blessed to journey through Scripture and compose biblical songs with tunes that have become, quote unquote, the soundtrack of my life, as they have rescued and refreshed me in times of spiritual drought. Ellen White's books have drawn me closer to my Lord and his Word. May your personal devotions be deeply filled with ever fresh glimpses of Jesus, to reflect to all whom God's providence brings along your life and ministry path. For bibliographical and biblical references on this article, and for much more content for pastors and church leaders, please visit ministrymagazine.org.